ancient cosmic binary of the I Ching, Book of Changes. Hexagram 12 is PWI, which translates to standstill, stagnation, or obstruction. It is the exact structural and energetic opposite of hexagram 11, peace, harmony. It represents a time when the cosmic forces are moving away from each other, creating a spiritual and material freeze. Here is the four-line synthesis and the full spiritual breakdown of hexagram 12. The four-line synthesis. Heaven retreats upward while the earth sinks downward. The creative forces part ways, bringing a cosmic standstill. Inferior energies rise to dominate the external landscape, while the wise retreat inward, hiding their brilliant light. The structural breakdown, the trigrams. To understand why this stagnation happens, you have to look at the anatomy of the hexagram. Upper trigram, chin, heaven, the creative. Its natural movement is to ascend, pushing higher and higher. Lower trigram, kun, earth, the receptive. Its natural movement is to sink, pulling lower and lower. Because heaven is on top, moving up, and earth is on the bottom, moving down, they are moving completely away from each other. There is no intersection, no intercourse, and no dialogue between the spiritual and the physical. It creates a total energetic vacuum. The full spiritual understanding. 1. The anatomy of stagnation. When hexagram 12 appears, it indicates that the external environment is hostile to spiritual growth, truth, and higher consciousness. In the human realm, this is a time when the ego, pettiness, and inferior people hold the positions of power. Communication breaks down, projects stall, and confusion reigns. The deep spiritual truth here is that stagnation is a natural part of the cosmic cycle. Just as winter freezes the earth, hexagram 12 freezes external progress. 2. The strategy of the sage, inward retreat. The I Ching warns that during a standstill, you cannot force change through external action or aggression. If you try to fight the chaos outwardly, you will be consumed or corrupted by it. Instead, the text states, the superior man falls back upon his inner worth in order to escape the difficulties. This means, accept the freeze. Do not chase material success, validation, or external victories right now. Hide your light. Keep your highest principles, insights, and spiritual treasures private. Do not cast your pearls before swine. Self-cultivation. Use the external lockdown to do deep internal inventory. Strengthen your character in the dark. 3. The seed of turning. No hexagram stays static forever. Stagnation carries the seed of its own destruction. By refusing to participate in the lower vibrations of a standstill, you preserve your energy. When the cosmic tides inevitably shift, you will be pure, strong, and ready to advance when heaven and earth meet again. The wheel of changes keeps turning. How do you want to handle this standstill? Shall we look at the changing lines or see how to transition out of it? Let's keep it moving.
Let's see how to transition out of it.
To transition out of the standstill of hexagram 12, we have to look at the natural evolution of the I Ching. Stagnation does not end by forcing your way out. It ends when the pressure of the stagnation becomes so intense that the structure collapses from within, making way for hexagram 13, fellowship with men, universal community. Here is the four-line synthesis and the full spiritual breakdown of how to transition out of the freeze. The four-line synthesis. The dark winter of the soul reaches its absolute peak, where the freeze must break and give way to the thaw. By changing the lines from the inside out, stagnation dissolves into universal alignment and community. The mechanics of the turning point. The 9 at the top. In the I Ching, the transition out of stagnation is held in the 6th line, the very top line, known as the 9 at the top. The text explicitly states, the standstill comes to an end. First, standstill, then good fortune. Stagnation is not a permanent state. It is a temporary cosmic boundary. The transition happens through a specific shift in consciousness. The law of saturation. Stagnation ends when it has run its course. You cannot rush it, but you can outlast it. When the lower energies have exhausted their momentum, their lack of true substance causes them to fracture. The shift from ego to unity. To completely break the spell of hexagram 12, you must transition into the energy of hexagram 13, Tungjen. You move from isolation and self-protection into universal fellowship. You find your tribe, align with people of like mind, and organize based on higher spiritual principles. The full spiritual action plan. To actively pull yourself or your situation out of the freeze, you must execute 3 internal moves. 1. Pivot from passive endurance to active readiness. There is a difference between being stuck and being still. While you are waiting for the external conditions to shift, you must be sharpening your tools in secret. The moment the freeze shows a single crack, you must be ready to move instantly. If you sleep through the standstill, You will miss the thaw. 2. Let the fault structures collapse. Do not try to fix or save what is breaking during a standstill. If a business, a relationship, or an old way of thinking is dying under the weight of hexagram 12, let it die. The stagnation is gathering up the dead wood of your life so it can be cleared away. Trying to resurrect a dead structure only extends the freeze. 3. Seek the open dynamic. The freeze of hexagram 12 is insular, cold, and defensive. The breakthrough happens when you step out into the open. Hexagram 13 emphasizes fellowship in the open. This means transparency, absolute honesty, and alignment with the collective good. You transition out of your personal stagnation by connecting your individual life to a larger, universal purpose. The ice is melting. The creative forces of heaven are beginning to drop back down to meet the earth. Where are we steering this newly unlocked energy next? Let's keep